Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my video. Today's video is really about hairstyling and the style I'm wearing today, which I'm really liking, and just going through how I've achieved this look and hopefully giving some tips and some hints of which I have such a strong interest and would like to offer that to some of the people hopefully who are watching. So, how have I done my style today? So, as you can see, I've gone for a lot more of a higher volume style. I've got particularly quite finish hair. I've not lost any hair, but I've got particularly finish hair, which very often is really soft and sits really flat. So hopefully you like the style I've got. I always like to think it's a bit of a pompadour style, and it's my take on the pompadour style. So very often, as you've probably seen in a lot of my videos already, I really enjoy wearing those combed sort of classic looks. I always say from the era of the 1910s, 1920s, where lots of pomade, lots of gels, that sort of cream product was used to give a really sleek, professional look. And very often, I really do like that style. And it's a style which I wear very often. Today, and the last couple of days, I've been trying now, because my hair's got really quite long on top, and my haircut's growing out at the sides now, so I haven't really got that defined undercut at the moment. But I'm really liking the style, really enjoying sort of trying out all different products and things. I'm always buying lots of different products. So yeah, absolutely. So as you can see, I've got a lot of volume, a lot of texture on one side, and then we come slightly lower on this side here, and then a bit of almost like this quiff style in the front, and then combed sleekly across the back. So how have I achieved this look today? So first of all, I haven't started off with my normal Sunroxol L'Oreal Professional shampoo and conditioner. I've chosen something a lot more simpler. However, I really like it. So this one is this one here, which you probably have seen in a lot of supermarkets and a lot of stores. So this one is L'Oreal Paris Elvive, and it's for men triple resistant, and it's a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner. Very often I always find that a 2-in-1 is never really enough for my hair, because I do quite a lot of it, and I use lots of different waxes and gels and sprays. It doesn't really do too much to my hair as for a conditioner, so it makes it really quite rough and harsh. However, this one is absolutely fantastic. And inside it's really interesting as well, because it says stronger hair from root to tip for weak, fragile hair tendency to break. Now inside this, it's also got arginine and taurine, which I believe keeps the hair really quite strong. It looks after the hair, it tries to keep it from breaking, and I believe those two products work together to try and make a more resistant scalp of hair, particularly if somebody's starting to lose hair. I haven't used it for that, of course, but I do find my hair feels really smooth, really sleek, which is really unusual from a 2-in-1 product, I always find. But really like this one at the moment, so that's what I've used today. And of course it cuts out a lot more time as well from having to go in with a second product afterwards. So literally first thing in the morning, going to style my hair, I've used that 2-in-1 L'Oreal men's 2-in-1 triple resistant product, and it's really good. On the whole, it's a really great product. It makes my hair really soft, really easy to style afterwards, and it gives it a nice shine and a nice bit of texture in there as well. So going forward, what I've then done is I've then gone in with the L'Oreal Paris Elvive Extra Volume Mousse, and this one's for extra volume lift for fine, flat and fragile hair, which some I have, some I haven't, but absolutely fantastic product when you go in with this one after. So at least around, I would say I've used about 3, maybe even 4 golf ball size amounts. Really quite conscious there's lots of dogs barking around at the moment. I haven't got a clue why that's happening. But hopefully we can just keep going through that. I'm not 100% sure what's happening outside. It's quite warm today on a Sunday afternoon, so I'm not 100% sure what's happening. So going back to where we were. So I have used the Extra Volume Mousse, which is absolutely fantastic. Run all this through my hair. And then I have then gone in with a small radial brush. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to keep going through all the barking which is happening at the moment. Thank goodness it's died down now. So I've then gone in with this small radial Damon brush, or Demon brush, however you want to pronounce it. For years I've always pronounced it like that, and I've never had anybody say to me I'm pronouncing it wrong. So then I'm literally going in with the blow dryer from the front of my head to the back, and then literally getting that lift, literally starting at the roots and pulling upwards with the hairdryer, of course being careful not to pull too much on the hair there, and really getting some lift. And with that mousse, you really do achieve some texture in there, and it's really fantastic. fantastic for making that lift. So literally how we've gone on, we've lifted the front there really quite strongly, and with the mousse it does give a lot of resistance, a lot of texture, a lot of volume in the front there, and I've done that right the way through the front. And the back, I just literally dried that backwards, not really putting in too much effort with the volume there either. However, in the front I have as well, and a good tip to do that as well is really concentrating on the front. And then what I've done is I do tend to hold my head over to the side, or if I can, very often when I'm drying my hair, I dry it in a hallway. So in our hallway downstairs, so very often I stand with my head literally leant over, and I'm there pulling it towards the ground. That gives me a lot of volume, a lot of texture. When it's longer, then I find it really swoops over nicely over to the side, and that's a really, really great tip. You've got to find the texture here, holding your head over to the side, or if you can, upside down. So literally stood up with the dryer in one hand and then literally bent over forward, and then you can really get that lift in with your hair, and it's really, really great, fantastic, especially if you've got something like a mousse in there, because it will remember that shape and that texture what you're drying it into. Then what I've gone in with, again, all about texture, all about volume when you've got a higher style, particularly when you've got fine textured hair. I've gone in with this product, which I'm really loving at the moment. It's from a range which I buy from Boots currently, and this is Johnny's Dry Shampoo. Instantly cleans, adds texture, builds volume. Now, in a million years, I would have never ever bought a dry shampoo. I've always thought, for men's hair, what's necessarily the point? Of course, if you haven't got long hair, I know, really, 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 probably completely wrong to think of it that way. It wasn't until I had a look at this range that I was actually looking at the waxes and things, and the freeze spray in this range, and I thought this actually was a spray. And when it says builds volume, I thought, okay, adds texture, let's give it a try. I can completely see, for example, if somebody was having some issues, they couldn't necessarily, I don't know if they had an injury, they couldn't wash their hair every day. Fantastic product. It doesn't sort of give you any residue or anything in your hair. It's really, really great in the fact that it adds volume and it gives you a lot of texture, which is why I've gone in with that. So when you think I've shampooed and conditioned my hair, I've gone in, dried that with this mousse for extra volume, and then I've gone in and given it a good blast all throughout my hair of the Johnny's Dry Shampoo, and it literally says on here, shampooing in a second. And very often, if I've used something in my hair, if it's been a bit dry and it's an oil base and I've used too much, I actually tried it the other day. This is absolutely fantastic for kind of reversing that process if you've got something a bit too oily in your hair. So really, really great, and would really recommend that. I believe it's around about the £5 mark in Boots. I haven't ever seen it any more expensive than that, so a really great price for a really good product. I'd certainly recommend it going forward. So once I've spread all that through my hair, run your fingers through it, gives it a lot of texture. You have to go a little bit careful because it can make it a little bit more stiff to pull your hands through, but it really does create a lot of lift and a lot of texture. So then I've literally gone in with my small brush, combed it into place in really up high and then off to the side again. And then I've gone in just to break the neatness up with my fingers, lift it up and then lift it off to the side. And then I've gone in with my favourite product by Schwarzkopf, Got to Be, and it's glued and it's blasting free spray, and it's absolutely fantastic just for giving that really strong one sort of spray all over, holds it all into place, and then fantastic. So grabbed a quick mirror in the back. I just made sure that my hair's combed towards sort of like an arrow point at the back, which I always like. And then I've got this coming up over, and hopefully you can see I've got the texture, and I've sort of just broken that apart with my fingers and in the front there. But rather than, instead of just going straight over, what I've tried to do is lift it up in the front there and then slightly pull it off to the side. And hopefully you can see what I've got here, and then I've just sprayed the back down nice and neatly there, and I've got this nice style. Loads of volume, loads of texture in the front, and I think it really, really goes well. Absolutely. I'm really, really pleased with that. So I hope you can take away some of the tips which I've covered with here, and particularly some of the products I've gone over there. Absolutely, if you think possibly I'd like to give that a try, absolutely, go and give them a try. I'm all about trying different products, some very, very inexpensive, and as you can, trying more expensive ones as well. But what I have found is sometimes the more you pay isn't necessarily a fantastic quality product. Of course it has quality ingredients in it, but sometimes you can get just as good look and style from a cheaper product than you can of a really top high-end brand. So going forward, we will be just having a look at a few different products and things, only of a personal opinion and my personal views. I have no attachments to these companies at all. It's literally just that very often I'm buying all different products because I find that it's a little bit more easier to style your hair if you've got something thickening, something for volume, and it's just an interest of mine. I really, really like all different gels and sprays and pomades and waxes. anybody would tell you in my family, I've always sort of liked styling my hair, and I've always liked to keep on trend with styles and sort of top tips and things when I have my hair cut. So yeah, absolutely, it's a strong interest of mine, so that's what we'll be doing going forward into the future. And as I say, if you think that from any of those products I've covered, or any of the tips I've gone through of how I've styled my hair today, or in any of my videos, absolutely give them a try. Absolutely, you might find something which you really like. And yeah, really interested, and yeah, hope you like it. I really like the style today, so going forward, I would certainly do this style again. I wear this style quite often when I'm not doing my professional sort of style looks, those gelled combed looks. So yeah, really hope you have enjoyed the video, and until next time, enjoy styling your hair, try new things, and yeah, you never know what you might find, what goes well with you, what goes well with certain features, what goes well with certain clothes you like to wear. So yeah, absolutely, give it a try. So thanks for watching, and until next time, we will see you then. Thanks, bye bye now.